funny, I went that way this morning thinking about Karula. I guess my timing was a bit off. We went up to Sandy Patch specifically to look for her, or signs of her. Didn't even find a thing, not even a track. I believe there were a couple of tracks on Impala plains. Oops. Mixo? Well, hello. Cats are out at this time of day. I think that was Mixo. I didn't even get to look at him properly. Going straight towards camp. I don't know if we'll be able to follow him. Very dense here. Yeah, it's going straight into the drainage line. There's no way of following him. Can you tell me who saw that English? As quick as that was. Do we know who saw her? Unfortunately, that was a quick glimpse of one of our leopards. It was quite strange actually, because we're on our way to go and find Karula, and one of her sons is here on the edge of quarantine. We'll come back and see. Well, I can't guarantee we're going to see anything, because that leopard is heading straight down towards camp, and there are no roads through that area of bushveld. And I doubt whether he's going to be on the camp side of the drainage line. Here, leopard tracks right here. Going west with cubs. I wonder if she's been here with the cubs with Mixo. The report is that she's heading this way with cubs. But here are very fresh tracks. Any station on Buya's access? There are leopard tracks going up and down here. Sorry, come back again? I just found one of the boys at Quarantine Junction with Buya's access, went into the Shkobanin towards John's house, and I'm heading up towards Sandy Patch now. Yeah, I lost his Mixo, I lost visual of him going into the drainage line. No, from Quarantine West. No, there isn't Konzo for Kula and Mpimpan here on Buya's access road, but that was one of the boys that is making his way down towards Star Village from Quarantine. Okay, I must have missed that. Alright, thanks FM. I'm nearly at Sandy Patch, I'll let you know. Yeah, I got fresh and Konzo on and later here heading west. I'll see if I can find her. So evidently there's a kill just where we saw Mishu now. I guess we must have missed that. I mean, we opened up shop there this afternoon. Now suddenly I'm not seeing any tracks. Elephants have been here. I'm going to move before you zoom because we don't have a view. No, we don't have a, we can't see the cubs. Stopping for water on a hot day. That's coming out.
Hi everybody, this is Tara in Final Control, and unfortunately we are in a bad signal area at the moment, but I'm going to keep it on the screen for now, and hopefully once they find a place to stop then we'll have picture back. So do bear with us, and hopefully we'll be back with Karula and the cubs. The shots you saw before they moved was Karula, but they did have to move for another vehicle who was directly behind them, and Mark is busy trying to see if he can get a shot of the cubs for you, and hopefully she will stick around a little bit, but it's great to see her back, and let's hope we see her again.
The general view that we get these days. Welcome back everyone. Apologies for all the signal breakup, but we were in a position where we couldn't move. Standing at the other vehicle, hissing at everybody. Nobody's. They must be in a tree somewhere. Let's move up. Try and get to those mud pans just ahead of her. Just so we can get a little bit of a glimpse of her coming towards us rather than just a run. The one's got a muddy nose from drinking at that other mud wallow. Now the other child is back at that little wall where we were sitting. Hello, Karula girl. But the little ones are pretty full there. And I think that was a little boy. And back onto Triple M. There seems to be the home these days. Okay. She's hot, she's dribbling, they're all hot. I guess these youngsters might have been tasting their first, one of their first tastes of a kill. And well, there's a good possibility that with the presence of one of her sons from her previous litter, she's decided to move off with them. I don't think the boys would be a threat to the quite aggressive. Oh, for God's sake. Confirm. A really special, very special moment. Even as hot as it is this time of the day, we have a leopard moving around. It's actually moving back towards the vehicles now. Tara, I'm not copying you. The static is louder than you. No, sorry, can't copy a thing. Who would that be? Henry? Truly magical moment with very cool for them on the sand in the shade. There's no way you can lift that up. Yeah. You can give me 2 clicks if you got a picture, please. One click, no picture. Tara, if you copy me, give me a click on the radio. I'm going to try and turn. Final control coming. Okay, you popping final. Coming. Got that. Yes, she will. Sorry folks, this has been a little bit of an awkward afternoon with one of the boys, Graham, one of the boys was on quarantine. When I was looking for her, made his way down towards your house, where the kill was. So this is wildlife safari at its best. You can see the difference in colour between that youngster with her at the moment. How much darker it is. It will lighten with age as the spots and rosettes will spread out. They'll become a little bit further apart. But quite a distinctive little leopard that. Oh, good afternoon, Eleanor. And a question that I couldn't answer, Eleanor. Eleanor wants to know, do these cubs seem more relaxed around the vehicles than Mission Induna? It's way too early to tell, Eleanor. I also didn't see Mission Induna that often when they were this age. I'd say it's probably about the same. I don't think you could really quantify that. I don't think you could really come up with a, I don't know. I don't think that there's an answer to that. There obviously are different individuals, they will behave differently. But they will gauge, their behavior will be gauged by their mother's behavior. Their behavior will all hinge on what their mother is doing, and they will take a cue from her. When she is running from something, when she's afraid of something, they will act accordingly. And the fact that she is relaxed and lying down, of time with vehicles, so by now they are somewhat relaxed, and I would imagine that it's pretty much the same when the boys were this age. They'd spend time with vehicles. There were times when they were shy, times when they were bold. Hello Nancy. Wanting to know if Karula made kill for the little ones and are they eating meat now? I honestly couldn't tell you, Nancy, until we see it. I would imagine so, yes. I wouldn't say that Karula is making a kill for them. She's making a kill as a leopard, and she will be bringing them to the kill so that they can learn how to feed on it. They will still be drinking milk, but it is about time that they should be moving on to meat. And I'm sure that when she does make a kill and she takes them to the kill, which is probably what she did today, that was more than likely her kill that Mishu stole or disturbed them from, and in the process they learn what is food. I mean, she makes a kill, she takes them to the carcass, they climb all over it, they lick it. In fact, she will probably do that even before she opens up the carcass and feeds on it. She's likely to do that. At the same time, she will open up the carcass, they will taste the blood, they will feed. At which point that happens, I couldn't tell you. It could have happened a couple of weeks ago. It could have been today for the first time. I imagine, just judging by their age, 4 months now, that they would already be feeding on meat. They would have already had the taste of it. So it's not really a case of her specifically hunting for them. She's hunting for the family. She's hunting for herself and them at the same time. And she will hunt, she will catch something and stash it, and then she will go and fetch the cubs. And that is what appears to be what she's done today. she was seen on her own, and Zoe's rode at about noon, which would have been before she was with the cubs, which would have been probably before she made the kill. Maybe made the kill around lunchtime, went to fetch the cubs, and probably at around the time that we were starting drive, something must have happened where she was moved off with a kill, probably because Misha was in the area. She chose to move them away, and she started walking. Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to make way for other vehicles. We're on an area where not only the Juma vehicles but other vehicles as well are waiting to come and view these cats, and we are being a little bit selfish, so we do need to move on. Maybe that's why I did it, Graham. But yes, we've had a wonderful few moments with them, and nice to catch up with them. And maybe we can come back in a little while. I don't know, we can try and monitor the radio and see what we can hear. So, I'm afraid it's time to move on. Had a good view of them, and taken some good shots. I hope everybody else has too. We'll do a combined blog with Tara soon for an update. Let's see if we can go and find that kill. Maybe Mishu is back there. I've got no crumbs. Bye. Indeed. Hello Valerie in Canada. Have they been sexed yet? What are the sexes? Well, not really sure. It's a little young to tell. There's a possibility that it's one male and one female. I wouldn't like to put that in writing just yet. I've had my binoculars trained on them, trying to sex them, trying to get an idea. Too easy at the moment, even when they were right next to me. We can't really go by behavior. One of them seems to be a little bit more independent at the moment, hanging back, and the other one seems to be hugging mom, next to mom. Now, I don't know whether that is got something to do with it. Maybe the little girl hugging mom and the little boy being a bit more independent, but not really, because I think Misha and Duna were like that. One of them was, it was Mishu that was a little bit more timid at first, and Induna a little bit bolder, which is why they gave him the name Induna. But I also believe, Mishu was called Mishu at first because they thought it was a little girl. And it was about this age that they were named, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it'll just have to wait a couple of months. They haven't been named yet, although they are being called names. It'd be really sad if those names stick. They're not great names for leopards. But the guides haven't given them names yet. They need to develop character. We need to watch them for a while, and we need to make sure of their sex. Now let's see if we can find the kill. I believe it's somewhere here. Not in this marula tree. There it is. I stopped at that marula tree. We were in the shade of this. Just lift the camera a little bit, please. Okay, this marula tree here, that big one, we were in the shade of that one, and just off to our left, this tree now that we got on the top left of the picture. Call it, see, not even 30 yards away. There's a kill in a tree. Where the leopards must have been watching us open the drive this afternoon. Can't believe it. It was looking into the sun, but that's no excuse. Choose from earlier. A lot of meat's been taken off of that impala since. I'm going to try go from that side. It's a little bit too much into the sun, although it's quite nice with that red sun. I can just see the silhouette of it. Most of the meat's been taken already. There's their hind legs, their ribs, and there's a neck and a head draped over the back. Oh, it's only so much you can look at a carcass without a leopard on it. Let's see what else. We've got a little bit of sunlight left. Still a plan to find an elephant or two. And then come back here when it's nearly dark. Or it will be soon. Just in case there's a leopard back here. I wonder if she's taken the kids back to where she normally keeps them, down on off of Triple M, sorry. And then she's going to come back to the kill alone. It's pretty. unbelievable how close this is to where we were starting drive, just here. It's inside the box. An insect inside the box. Camera box. Can you Adam and Eve it? The weirdest thing is that there are tracks here from guests being taken for a walk earlier today as well. And that must have also been with that leopard on the hill. But if we just have to look at it from this angle where we were, we can't really see it. Could have seen it, I suppose. This is where we started drive. Let me get back on the road properly. We're at a weird angle. This is where I started drive today. This spot. And in that bright sunshine, yeah, that insect unfortunately is inside the camera.
Make my way for the back there now. Okay, I'm gonna go to south of the city. Maybe it's a proposal and maybe that's balance. Come on. Okay, come on, I go.
Andrew, come in. You get a really nice view from there. I'm just going to now go down towards Vertel Access Road. I've got to get rid of the orange spots in my eyes now. I'm looking at the sun so many times. But let's just go back down here. Hopefully my vision will clear by the time I get there. Right. Thing about now black spots. But this time of the day, this time of the evening, might be a good time for this young leopard to make his way. Yes, there he is. He's coming. We're going to stop here and we're going to watch him. I figured as much. Straight ahead of us. You can just see that white tip of his tail flicking. He's coming back out of the drainage line, coming back to the kill. This is just what the doctor ordered. He's not sure. I think he's a bit tentative. Here he comes. Okay, so all we're going to do is just go to the kill. I'm going to wait there again. We're not going to even wait to look for him. I suppose we can follow him. Sorry, Kat. It's just, I sometimes forget because I'm with the leopard. I want to keep it in my sights. Where did we go now? See, wow, for a second. We do want to see him get back up in the tree. One Ingo in quarantine with Nyama. He's approaching approaching cautiously because I think he's probably not sure whether she's here or not. Okay, Cat, let's get to the tree. Silhouetted that this might be our best view of him when he does come up here. Okay, next, a little bit of a wide berth. He's behind Bruce. I'm in a dip, so I can't really see him now. But coming through a gap. He'll be coming through this gap shortly. He's going right past this tree. No, maybe he doesn't even know it's here. Going towards that tip. This way. Come this way. Young leopard, come this way. Just through this gap. Okay, we're going to have to try and keep an eye on him because he's walking. He might not even know about this. So side for viewing him, but he's not going to the tree. He's going to a termite mound. Karula on this termite mound with both boys in the past. I don't know where he is. I have to try and find him again. Yeah, we see a white tail. Paddy says Induna. I haven't even gotten a look at him properly yet. There he comes. You should get to see him nicely now. And you're right, Paddy. No, second thoughts. That is Mixo, I'm sure. Got a second guess, Paddy? Well, I suppose that those corners of his eye that look like Mixo. There's a deep hollow there underneath that bush. I wonder if there wasn't a kill there. That might have been where Karula stashed the kill originally. A very good chance of that. Grasses are flattened in there. She does have a habit of stashing kills like in places like that. Patty, there we go. Open it up but just slow the shutter speed. It's okay, it'll be jerky movements. No, he's just got to follow the center where it was dragged. I'm convinced that the way he's sniffing around inside that tree, I'm pretty convinced that she must have been in there. Which station on quarantine? Beautiful colours of clouds. Which station on quarantine? Are you where that Nyama is?
Yeah, I was, but I'm coming back in a while.
Okay, copy. I've got one of the boys here. If we covering something up now, probably stomach contents. I wonder, maybe it was his kill. Maybe she stole it. I guess we'll never really know. He's the one that looks like he's been feeding more than she is. Or she has. Moving on. We need to move on too. Somehow try and keep visual of him. Oh, it's coming back this way. I'm going to follow this scent trail straight back to that tree. You're gonna hiss at me again. We've been here before, haven't we? I'm not on your kill this time, I promise. Okay, I'm just gonna move back a bit because he wants to come this way. Not going to be much of a view of him here, but I would like to just sit for a while and see what he's going to do. Now we've only got the top of his head. Thing is, hyena are going to be coming around soon. It's going to be perhaps quite interesting. Anyone else coming through with an ID for it? for us. Joanne and Paddy. Yeah, those eyeliners that he's got, very distinct for Mixo, and these little two blonde flashes on his forehead. But when I first got a glimpse of him just earlier today, when he first crossed the road, I thought Mixo. So with the sun setting here at Djuma Game Reserve, well, it's setting on a really, really good day. We had a wonderful time with his mother and her cubs, and now it's this magic time with him. Interesting watching him, because there's definitely a connection to this kill in some way. The way he's gone back into one of these days, I don't know, maybe tomorrow or so, I'll be able to come and have a look in that deep hollow underneath that bush and see. But his behavior shows that that's where a carcass was stashed. That's where it was probably fed on for some time. He was pulling grasses as though he was covering something up. My guess is it was probably the stomach contents. He will try and do that to conceal the smell. That alone tells me that he might have had something to do with the kill. Karula maybe went to fed back. No, we could have different scenarios. But I guess we're never really going to know. Oh, big sigh. Now that he's kind of relaxed, I need to maybe just try and move back an inch just to get that gap between the grasses. Oh, look at that sky. If I move back a little bit, we'll get... I might just get another picture of that sky. Back up onto this termite mound. Not really. No, it's not good. I move a bit better, cat. Back to where we were. Didn't like me mimicking his painting. Racer wants to know, wouldn't he go up the tree? Wouldn't he go up the tree if he knew the kill was there? Well, not necessarily. I don't know how to answer this because there are so many different possibilities. Yes and no to answer your question. Yes and no. I guess is the only way to do it. It looks as though the kill was originally stashed in this bush where he was covering something up. Whether it was him that took it up the tree or Karula who took it up the tree, only the leopards will ever know that. Which of them it was that fed on it? Well, he could have fed on it under the bush here. But really, I couldn't tell you. There's no way of knowing who did what and what the circumstances were. It would have been very interesting, let's put it that way. It would have been incredible to have seen what would have happened, what kind of behavior was taking place with Karula and the cubs here and Mixo in the same area around the carcass. We will never know. As much as I would love to be able to spin a story and tell you what happened, there's absolutely no way of knowing. There's no... might not have been anything happening. Might have been a little bit of hissing and spitting, and Karula might have warned him somehow, but no way of knowing. He might be waiting for darkness to go up the tree. He might well know that it is there. That wouldn't be too hard for him to follow the drag marks from where it was under a tree here, dragged up the tree where it is now. I can't understand why it wouldn't have been taken up the tree, up that leadwood, the base of which seems to be where there was a kill, unless it's because of all the branches of that bush willow in front of it. What else? Don't know. Just thinking of different case scenarios. Hello, Joanne in Michigan. How old are they when their nose turns black? Probably about 5 or 6, Joanne. Probably a bit younger than a lion when a lion's nose goes black, at about 6 or 7. He's listening to something. I thought I heard something walking around as well. And he popped his head up. I was also saying, without any sand around here to see tracks, it's impossible to know what was going on. We're in very long grass, and I don't think even the best of trackers would have been able to tell what happened here based on a few bent pieces of grass. Come, young man, get up, go to your tree. If he can get up and go straight to that tree, then we'll know that he knows that it's there. Try colour again, daylight rather than IR. See if this. He's listening to something. This stage of the game, you've got to be wary of hyena coming snuffing around, because hyena will most likely, if they're downwind of course, pick up the scent of the carcass. Just holding the beam of the light just to the left of him. You can see the grasses. I mean, just actually just picking up his face just on the edge of the light. So it's not troubling him too much. But I am going to have to switch it off now for a minute or two. If that's how dark it is right now. It's pitch black. Yes, I know, Tara. Problem is, you see, if hyena are going to start coming, I've got the light on him. I want him to at least have the chance to see what's going to happen. Let's see. Now, don't move the cat. He's gone to sleep. Okay, well I think we'll just leave. Might find this. It'll be up to Patrick in the morning to come by and have a look. The tree is 20 yards behind us. Any station coming to the Zingwe? They're leaving the lock of one Ingwe, Lalapanzi, just on the western side of Shadulu near that Nyama on quarantine. It is an open lock. Good luck finding him, gentlemen. Flat cat. Hoping he'd go to the meat, hoping he'd go to the tree. What? Pardon? You're blocking it, I couldn't see it. Looking at this carcass, I think it's been here more than just today. There's way too much eaten off of it, so I'm guessing that a lot of it was eaten under that tree. It's so well hidden that nobody would have seen it. Maybe we can have a look at it from here for everybody. Okay. And try and get moving somewhere. There's, I think, just too much taken off of it for it to have been killed earlier today. That must be a yesterday's kill. Been sitting in the bushes for a day. Or maybe it was in the tree since yesterday. That would make it Mishu's. No, not necessarily. Even then, maybe she killed it, went to fetch the cubs. He found it in the meantime, and she came back and found that he had found it. Oh, the possibilities. The possibilities. Okay. Impala spare ribs for a leopard tonight. Blocked by a spider spinning her web. Okay, I'll go through this gap. Golden orb's eggs are being laid already. I can see he's looking right through this tree, beyond the tree. I'm sorry, I know, I just can't tear myself away here. And unfortunately you're not going to see it, but I saw an eye. Yeah, I can see he's looking at me, or he's looking at us. He's coming back to the tree. Could have been maybe because we were there. But you see, by shining the light, I'm picking up the reflection in his eyes way beyond the marula tree where he had been sleeping now. But he has stood up and he was walking. He's stopped now. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see what I'm looking at. You're not going to be able to see the reflection of the eyes because you have to be directly behind the light like I am to get the reflection, unless something is big and it's closer to us. There's a narrow tunnel through which I was looking, and well, it has become the end of our drive right now. But I am going to sit here in the dark for a few minutes. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. There. How's that? Looks good. So thanks so very much to all of you for coming and joining us for the drive this afternoon. It's been super, been fun, been out of this world, and this is what makes Djuma and Wild Earth Safari so fantastic. We are going to sit here for a few minutes. If he does go back in the tree in the next 5 minutes, we will just have a quick glimpse of it and have a look what he's doing. If not, unfortunately we do have to get the car back on charge kind of late, and this light is going to drain the batteries, and it will threaten the drive tomorrow morning. So we're going to just sit here for a few minutes and see what happens. Thanks for joining me. My name is Mark. Kat's been on camera. Tara back in final control. See you tomorrow.